Hello students, this is Dr. Mink, your professor for this course, and this is a very short tutorial I created, or am creating, that demonstrates how to create your first C++ project. I will leave this open throughout the entire class for you to use as a reference, but please, if any of the steps in this are confusing or leaving you feeling overwhelmed, please come see me in class during my office hours. Contact me, because I don't want you, especially at the beginning of the class, to feel overwhelmed. And I have lots of time to spend with you to help you understand the concepts. But for now, let's move forward. I'm going to start Visual Express for desktop. And when it first starts, there are some resources here, videos that you can watch. These are really, really useful, and feel free to explore these. What's new in Visual C++? That just tells you what's new in the 2012 version, which is very similar to 2010 version. Most of the changes are behind the scenes, and the interface is the same. First step I'm going to do is select File, New Project. Now, because I just created a Visual C++ project, it was highlighted and expanded. But you could use this studio, this integrated environment, to create Visual Basic programs. Actually, I'm teaching that course this semester, so we're using it for that purpose. Visual C# and Visual C++. Obviously, we're going to be working in C++, and I'm going to leave the default option of an empty project selected. Leave all the defaults here, except I'm going to change its name. Let's just say that this is a project that we're working on as an assignment, and we'll just say it's project 2-18, because I know there is no 2-18. I don't think there's a 2-18, but I know it's not assigned this semester. And I would leave the location for the project file as the default. There's already, if you installed Visual Studio 2010, which you would have had to have done to have been at this step with me, it already has a Visual Studio 2012 project folder for the projects, and it will put a folder with files and other folders named project 2-18 in that location. Select OK, and lots of things are going to happen. Visual C++ will start with a new project named project 2-18. Here we see the Solution Explorer. Open in the Solution Explorer is project 2-18. You can expand and contract. And there are file project folders underneath. Please, this looks like a lot of information coming at you quickly. Don't worry about all of these different folders. The only one that I want you to worry about for now is source files. A source file is the actual program which gets compiled, linked, etc. And this is where we're going to add a source file in this empty project, which is named project 2-8. So I'm going to come down, I'm going to hover my mouse over source files in the Solution Explorer, and I'm going to right click, add. You'll see a supplementary window open, new item. Now it's going to ask me what new item do I want to add. The default is a .cpp or C++ file. That is a source code file. I can even change its name. The source is always the default. I can come down here and change its name. But if you forget this step, you can change its name later. So don't panic. But I'm going to call this source code file, the .cpp file, project 2-18, and I'm going to select add. Now what will happen is in the main window, the source code file, project 2-18.cpp, will be open for editing. It is currently empty. It doesn't have any code in it. And if I started typing here, okay, and you would see IntelliSense. If I start typing an IN, etc., all the commands that begin with IN would open and we'd select. So it's a very, very useful interface. But what I'm going to do instead of typing a program from scratch, which would take a long time, I have a source code file that I copied to the clipboard, and I'm just going to select Control V, which is paste, and there we go. I have all of these lines from the program. These first two include IOStream and using namespace standard. I'll explain in depth, but they're used at the beginning of each program. And then here's our program. All right, the main program, int main, and then we have an open bracket, and here are all the program statements that make up the main program with a closed bracket at the end. And you'll see cout, which is a prompt to the screen, and you'll see cin, which allows you to enter input, and then you'll see a calculation, int number of pods, p's per pod. None of this should make sense to you if you're watching this at the very beginning of this course. So don't panic and say, oh my God, look at that code. I don't understand any of that. That is normal for this point in the program. Now, if you're coming back to this video in week 13 and saying that, that's a horse of a different color, and we'll deal with that later. So let's take a look at what this program looks like when it's run. I happen to know it has no errors, so I'm going to come up here to Local Windows Debugger, and I'm going to select this. It will tell me the project is out of date, meaning it hasn't found any object code for this. It hasn't been compiled yet, so I will just select yes to the question, would you like to build it? Yes. And you'll see down here in the output window, output from the build. This takes I don't know, a few seconds, and if there are no errors, boom, the program is running. It's running in a window. Press return after entering a number. We had program statements, cout statements that generated those prompts. Another cout statement, enter the number of pods. It's a very basic program that calculates the total number of P's given the number of pods you have and the number of P's in a pod. So I'll just say I have 50 pods. Type in enter. 50, enter. Then it prompts me to enter the number of P's in a pod. We'll say there's 20 P's in a pod. Well, if we have 50 pods and 20 P's in a pod, 20 times 50 is 1,000. Select enter. And there is the output from the program. So I will, if I press any key to enter, the program stops debugging and running. If I now go to my documents, there's Visual Studio 2012. If I click on that, and I go to projects, the latest project created is project 2-18. I click on that, you'll see all of these subfolders. If I want to bring this project back or want to open it again after I've closed it, I look for the .sln file, which is a Visual Studio solution, and it will open the project and all the folders and the source code file in Visual Studio 2012 Express. If I'm looking just for the .cpp file that we just created, I think I go one level deeper, and there it is. There's the CPP file. Back out. Now, obviously, you're not going to have all of these projects created in your projects folder. Chances are, when you watch this video, you may just have one or none. So don't panic. These are all other projects that I've been working on, and they have code in them. So, in closing, you can watch this video 1, 10, 20 times, as many as you want, 24/7, 365. But if any of the contents cause you confusion, please contact me. See me in class. See me after class. Come see me during my office hours. My goal is to help you, and I have lots of time to help students, and I actually enjoy helping students. But I don't know that you need help unless you tell me, because unfortunately I don't have the mind reading capabilities I really wish I did have, because I'd probably be a much better professor if I could read your mind and know that you didn't understand a specific concept. So anyway, that's the end of this video. Please come see me if you need help. I'm here for you. Have a great day. See you in class.